Hello, everyone. I'm going to warn you right now. I have to be extra vigilant today because I snuck up on Paige in a different room and gave her a little smack on the bum and scared her. So now she is pledged to sneak up behind me and fuck with me in some way. So I have to be very careful. You'll be sure to warn me? Thank you. You know, I don't know why everyone's getting on my case about raw pasta. You ever do the crunch on it? Crunchy. And you know it's got those anti-nutrients, so really the pounds will just fall right off. It's like biting your plastic. I mean, kinda. I like that. When I was a child in the class and I was bored, I would chew on my pen. But it was those stupid Bic pens that were like made out of that plastic that would crack, and then it would crack, and it would be gross. I mean, it's better than chewing my nails. How long ago was that? Like 25 years, maybe? I chewed the hell out of straws, you know it. You know it. I would generally prefer to watch you chew on a pencil. It's marginally less upsetting. No, it's not. Not when you chew on the pencil so much that you start tasting graphite and having to spit pieces of wood out. I want the crunch. You aren't speaking from experience? No. This is so. No, it's not. This is food. I don't care what you tell me. It doesn't suddenly go from being not food to being food when you put it in water for a little bit. Does it digest? I mean, probably. Oh, you guys want to see the Zengi? Come here. Oh no. He also got some dried pasta. Hello. Oh! I see. Oh my goodness. He goes. "Mwah." Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, rah, 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 rah. Oh, he's so scary. Oh my god. He's gonna bite me. Oh no, look. Go do it. Do it, pussy. Do it, pussy. No balls. What are you gonna do? Do it. Do it. Oh, he's. Oh no. That's what I thought. Zingy. Zangief. Ooh, wah, wah. Oh, he's mad. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bark, 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 bark. Are you guys hearing him like snarl and go nuts? That's right, buddy. You get that toy. I love that dog. He's so stupid. He's so dumb. No, my headphones. Be careful, buddy. Be careful. Who's my baby? I got a good rest. I did. I slept pretty good the past couple days. Thank you. Last week was just such a fucking mess. But now, it's gonna be the kind of mess that you guys turn in for. Man, there's so much blonde in my fucking beard. That's so weird. I do remember Tootsie Rolls. Give remind you? Oh, that's cute. Dang it! I got it. Dang it! Come here, boy! Dang it! Are you hungry? What's up? Dang it! Hey, Evie! Dang it! What are you gonna do? Can I have it? 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 It's not gonna happen. Can I have it, please? Can I have it? I want the toy. Give me the toy. He's not. He's not. No, it's not gonna happen. You want to see something? A really weird trick? Dang it! Dang it! Come here! Come here, boy! All right, get ready. Get ready. Here's the trick. Ziggy, go! 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 If I just point, he just runs. Ziggy, oh, I got something. It's nothing. I got him a new toy, so he's happy. I love you. He's a good boy. Oh, you're baby. Guys, I'm so sad. I wanted to have my Kindle today, and then I would have a Kindle, and I'd be like, look, I'm gonna read a book, but I don't have it. It didn't come in the mail. It just didn't come in the mail. I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow like a sucker. Like a sucker. You would read a book on stream? No, I just wanted to read in general. I'll never be able to read. You know what? You know what kind of drives me crazy though? Right? Like, I'm looking at the Canada Post website, and the Canada Post website is like, it's supposed to be there by the end of the day. And I'm like, it's not even within like 50 kilometers of me. And the last thing wasn't out for delivery. It was like processing and sorting facility. So like, how the... Would you guys want book reports? Is that what you guys want? Do you want book reports? By Friday? I don't know if I can do that by Friday. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If I start reading books and shit, right? If I start reading books and shit, then like sometimes in the pre-stream, there'll just be a goddamn book report. I'll be like, so I read this book. If you get into One Piece, I'll scream. I think the funniest thing about the Kindle store for One Piece is you go to the collection and it's 99 volumes. And it goes, how many volumes do you want? And the only option is the first 30. Right? And I'm like, what if I wanted 99 of them? You can only buy it in 30 volume chunks? No, you can only buy like the first one, the first 5, the first 10, the first 20, or the first 30. But after that, it's just like buy them one at a time, I guess. Oh, man, I made a great thing of tea for myself. How much would all of One Piece cost? Let's find out. We're gonna go to the Kindle store. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. One Piece. Okay, Kindle prices for One Piece are approximately $7 per volume. 7 times 99 is approximately $700. How much American? I don't fucking know. Leon Kun says you can get it for next to nothing on the Shonen Jump app. Yeah, but the Shonen Jump app only wants to exist on fucking tablets and not e-readers, which sucks. I said 77 CAD? No. 7 per volume. The only reason One Piece is so expensive overall is because there's 99 fucking volumes! It's a lot! Don Chalon asks, what's the difference between an e-reader and a tablet? So there's one real difference only. Tablets have apps. It's like a little miniature computer. E-readers are for reading only. And as a result, they have a completely different kind of screen that looks like 99% of the way towards a piece of paper. And it really does genuinely look like there is a piece of paper behind glass in your little tablet. Which makes it just way better for reading. Just way better for reading. I will be able to show that on camera once I have my Kindle. Automod's getting real aggressive. We had somebody say, don't they use physical colored cubes that change orientation? And Automod pinged it for fucking level 1 racism, which is a funny term to see. Racism has levels? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You ever seen a level 5 racist? You can't because they got their face covered in their hood. Um, so, let's thank some people. And then we will get back to what happened to 6 years ago. God, I wish I had that Kindle. I'm totally gonna. Whatever. Oh, shit. I gotta. Hold on. I gotta check my fucking business email. All of a sudden. For no reason. Everyone, relax. Okay. You know what's fun? You guys want to hear what's fun? I'm gonna tell you what's fun. When somebody emails you and you get back to them within 1 hour, and then they don't email you for 6 days, and they're like, this is very urgent, and then you email them back within a couple hours, and then they just don't respond at all. Eh, eh, what? What? Like, what? It is also urgent that you respond. Also, hey, do you want? Hey, I'm gonna show you. Hey, listen, listen. I'm sure many of you are young men or young women who have dealt with your girlfriends and or wives and have I'm going to do an impression. This is my impression of Paige. Okay? Here's my impression. Is everyone ready? Okay, here we go. This is probably going to apply to many people. All right. Help. Help. I need help right now. Help me. Please call me. Text me right away. Why? Why? Like that's happened to me like literally 100 times. I answer the text within like 30, maybe 40 seconds. And it's just like, did you fall into the ocean? Mayhaps. Hey, be right back. I don't know where my phone is. I gotta go get it. I'm back. I found my phone. I found it. But like, fellas, am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Or am I right? By the way, I found it. I found it. Good for me. Yeah, Bracadios! Damn it, Bracadios! You're right. Women be shopping. Oh man. Oh. Oh, complaining. Oh, it's my favorite. Oh, it's my favorite. And I can tell in Paige's heart that complaining about me and being like, men is like, it fills her heart with joy. Hey, I have a question here. I grew up in a house with a sister and a mom. So, what did I learn? They taught me, my mom and dad taught me how to go to the bathroom, right? Pee in the toilet. What ensued? What ensued was what I can only describe as as a 20-year long psyop by society, television, etc. Every girl I've ever known in my life, put the seat down after you're done. Put the seat down. Put the seat down. Put the seat down. I'm gonna fall in. I'm gonna fall in. I'm never gonna check the toilet myself, but put the seat down. Put the seat down. Right? Right? So what you do? What do? You just leave the seat down. You just leave the seat down. You pee in the middle. You pee through the middle seat. And then what's the complaint? Oh, you pissed all over the seat. Well, what do you want? What do you want? Think about it. Have you tried just sitting down? Why? What do you mean, why? Why would I sit down? Why would I sit down to pee? I don't have to. It's better. Paige! Chat's trying to convince me that I should pee sitting down. I don't know. I would rather piss all over my feet by accident on the regular than sit down to pee as a matter of fact. No, you wouldn't? Salty Azteca, I'll go and piss on my feet right now. In fact, you can't prove that I'm not doing it right now. Junebuggy says, Pat, your whole job is based on sitting down. Yeah, I do enough of it. Sounds like a good reason to stand. JS Brand says, oh, so it's a piss foot day today, isn't it? Oh, that's great. I love it. Oh, I love you guys. All right. All right. Let's thank some people, shall we? If you're a peepo, first of all, I want to thank you if you're here, peepo. I appreciate it. I appreciate you showing up. Now I will thank these people who are over here on this screen. Like Pug Zero Sugar, who gifted 5 subs. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, that was old. Oops. But thank you regardless. I got a sub from Queequeg. I got an Evil John Cena sub, and an Aoog Ace Camille sub, and a President Miyazaki sub. Thank you. I got a Fire sub and an Axel Logic sub. Thank you, guys. And a Perfectus Corgi sub, says it feels long than 29 months. It sure does, buddy. Shirtle sub, thanks, Shirtle. 28 months, that's not even close to 6 years ago. It's not. Pro tip, everybody. If you're in a position of power at your place of work, make sure you're not an asshole to your workers, so when shit goes to hell like it did to me today, you can cash in on that goodwill and keep everything from completely falling apart. Absolutely. I've seen it at so many places where the instant there's a problem, no one's willing to help the person above them because the person above them is a fucking piece of shit. So the fuck do I care that your job is about to get real bad? If I was back at the grocery store and Lorraine looked stressed out and asked me if I could stay an extra hour, no problem. Lorraine's cool. She was always cool about my checks. She always gave me the time off I wanted. She wasn't a bitch. But if Julie was the supervisor who asked me to stay an extra hour, not only am I not going to stay the extra hour, I'm not even going to respond to the question as I walk to my punch clock. Hey, guess what? If I can get to the clock before you finish asking me, I can just pretend that I didn't hear you. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh. Sorry, I already punched. I can't, you can't ask me legally to stay because I punched out. That would be a violation of the Labor Act. Oh, darn. Also, I'm gonna be sick tomorrow. Okay, bye. Yeah, I'm feeling real stomachy. Darn. You know my favorite thing? Like my favorite moment at work? So I got stuck in that grocery store for about 8 years, right? So that sucked. But I did have a union. Which meant that I got to have the altogether rare experience, but a pleasant experience nonetheless, of going, hey, I'm going to be busy on this day and this day. I'm gonna take those days off, and I'm telling you 3 weeks ahead of time, so that you can schedule around it. And they go, well, we need you on those days, so you can't take them off. And you get to go, well, I'm not gonna be here. I'm actually going to be far away. So if you want, you can schedule me. But I'm not going to be here. So you should probably schedule someone else. I think my favorite was that happened, and then I took Boxing Day off because I wanted to go Boxing Day shopping, and my grocery store was downtown, So I went to get a Red Bull from my own grocery store on the day that I took off, and my manager started to freak out. And I was like, yeah, that I took the day off. It doesn't matter where I am. I'm going across the street to the Future Shop because it's Boxing Day. Like, so to those of you who don't understand, who don't know the holiday I'm talking about, Boxing Day is December 26th in Canada, and it is Black Friday, but for Canadians. And the reason why it's called Boxing Day, it is literally so that retail outlets can get rid of all the extra boxes that they had for the holiday season. Right? So Boxing Day is nuts! You got guys standing up in like a Best Buy going, I'm selling these phones for $50! And like chucking them into the crowd. And most importantly, it's the day after Christmas. I don't know what fucking moron decided that Black Friday should be like the day before Thanksgiving, but they're an idiot. It's the day after? Then how come I see people always fucking up their life on Thanksgiving? Oh, because it starts early. Because women be shopping. He knew it. He was waiting. He was waiting to say it. It's weird because Canada has Thanksgiving, but the Thanksgiving Canada has is just weak ass American Thanksgiving. It's the same exact holiday. It's just about 3 weeks earlier, and we really don't give a shit. It's like, hey, it's Thanksgiving. Have a turkey with your family. Okay, bye. Like it's really Christmas is the big one out here. Christmas is the really just like the big one. What about Halloween? Depends where you live, right? Halloween's definitely taken a real vicious hit since I was a kid. When I was a kid, and if you watch old movies or whatever, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of kids in like every suburb at all times. Since I became like in my 30s, I don't see that anymore. Um, People are terrified to have their kids take candy from strangers, which is weird because there has actually never once been a documented case of kids getting poisoned or needled or razor bladed from candy that they receive from strangers. There have been a couple of instances in which kids have gotten fucked up by candy that their own parents put in to their candy. So you guys are saying yes, there is. No. Those were all parents that tried to murder their kids by trying to say that, oh, some weirdo gave them razor blades in their candy. And then it always completely falls apart because for some reason those kids are the only ones that got razor blades in their candy. And they're like, really? Some random psycho was giving out razor blades to kids for like 4 hours and only your children were injured. That's suspicious. But yeah, um, Halloween is now for adults. You get drunk and you dress like a skank with like I could get like a little crop top with like pirate tassels. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, no, I don't want to. I don't want to unleash the pepperonis. I don't want it. Star Order kicked in a sub. Thanks, Star. Finally caught up on One Piece the other day. Really weird knowing there's not more right now. Oh, have you been in one of those situations in which you have been catching up on One Piece for like 5 years? And you're like, oh, there's like the idea of hitting the yeah. So you hit the end of it and you're like, I don't understand how there's not more One Piece. One Piece has been an all-you-can-eat buffet for as long as I've been reading One Piece. Also very excited for Live Alive this month. Didn't know it was the first game by the guy who did Chrono Trigger and Parasite Eve. I also did not know that. So that's interesting. Derpy Platypus subbed. Satisfying crunch, like with tinfoil. You get the nice tingly feeling, right? Well, you guys didn't like obsessively chew pens and pencils until they were like totally destroyed and cut your mouth? No? Maybe I was a weird kid. Are you sure I don't have anxiety? I don't know. The doctors I saw about my panic attacks told me I had anxiety. But what do they know? Could go either way. Josh Man VGH kicked in a sub. Good afternoon, Orb Lord. God, this is tough to say. Orb Lord. Though not as much Orb. The eye playthrough convinced me to finally dive into Zero Escape. I blew through the Nonari games last week. Or is it Nonary? I think it's Nonary. And just want to say that tanagrams are fucking stupid with a controller. Anyways, on to Zero Time Dilemma. I wish you the best of luck. Man, 999 is... Oh, I love it. Octo Tasty sub, thank you. Are you looking forward to a whole bunch of Buddhist mysticism motifs and pseudoscience? I sure am. I sure am. What do I like about the sequel so far? I like that the robot lady with the fat tits has a cute hat. Go Go Golem subbed to the guy who ended... I'm gonna do it. To the guy who invented Zero, thanks for nothing. Paralurk subbed. If One Piece is so great, why haven't they made a two-piece yet? Because he buried it all in one place. He didn't bury it all in two places. Foolish Orion subbed. Woo, I love your stream and I will never stop. Why, thank you. Foolish Orion also gifted 1,559 bits. Have all my bits. I love your stream and I hope you have a good day. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I really do. Arizin Arcana kicked in $5. Thanks, man. I've recently gotten really into visual novels because, no joke, it may be the only reading format that actually works with my ADHD. Clicking through lines one by one is easier to process than scanning an entire page before losing track. Huh. Yeah, I can see that. For me, the way that it worked is when I would get into a good book back when I was a younger man and or child. I this is how I would read it. Okay? It would be like, "Wow, this part's really cool. Oh, it's midnight." That's how it happened. Ah. Oh, hold on. I got to send a text. I mean, I'm back. Yeah, no, I would like crack open something like um I don't know, like Eye of the World. And I'd be like, well, I'm only 400 pages from the end. I bet I can do it. And then I'm like, it's like 2 a.m. And I'm like 8. And then I'm real tired for school the next day. Just like, boop. Like a magic trick. Blue Jonalith kicked in a sub. Thanks, Blue Jonalith. Random lore. Uchikoshi confirmed on the Twitter that he had the idea to create Tama when the head of localization of Ace Attorney sorry, no, not Ace Attorney. I Somnium 1 taught him the meaning of thick. Here's a source. I will open this. Wow, that is just straight up. Okay. That is based. Graves Robin kicked in 500 bits. Today, in doing my own research, man doing his own research into hiker deaths gets lost and needs rescuing. Is that a real story? Because I want it to be. Perrin Gold. Wow, now there is a username that is appropriate to its question. Perrin Golden Eyes asks, have you finished the Wheel of Time? That's a commitment and a half. No. In fact, since it has been 25 years since I started reading it, I will have to start over. I tell you what. I tell you what. I'm not looking forward to Karen again. What if we all dressed up in silly suits and did the talk to each other and went blah blah blah, haha, the game of houses? I don't care. No one cares. How far did I get? I got to a Path of Daggers, and then I got to a sequence in which, like, 4 chapters in a row were the Game of Houses. And I was like, wow. Wow, I don't care. God. God damn it. Wait, Mates for Life asks what I can't believe is a real question. Wait, there's more than one Wheel of Time book? There are 15. It's approximately 14,000 pages. There's a lot of it. How many of the 15 are worth a damn? I stopped about halfway through Path of Daggers and was gonna go back to it. Because I got stuck at that part, and then Jordan died, and I was like, well, damn, I'm not gonna finish it now. Right? So, but up until that point, I found all of them to be really enjoyable. I like them a lot. Is Discworld really 49 novels? Is it really? Yeah, but they're not all connected. Oh, so it's like Dragonlance? I gotta say, I'm really disappointed. When I looked on the Amazon web store for books, I found out that Dragonlance is actually relatively poorly represented. And I think it's because they're too old. But I bet... You know what? I bet if I typed in the fucking... That looks like a bunch of EPUBs! Hey. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. If I get really into reading books again, I'm gonna be asking people to lend me their ebooks. Dang, you've stopped smelling the cat's ass, you fucking freak! So the worst thing that the dog does is the cat poops, and then the dog can't get at the cat poop, so then he follows the cat around and smells his butt because he's like, maybe there's gonna be more cat poop. I remember once Elmo had a dingleberry, and then the dog was chasing him, and then Paige realized what was going on and started, like, throwing up, and then I was laughing, and it was a great time. It was a great time. It was a great time. It was great. It was great. Your house is a circus? I have a bulldog. Like, even if it wasn't a circus before, these dogs are fucking clown shit all the time. Why does Geef love cat poop so much? A lot of dogs do. It's because cat shit's high in protein. Eldaloo kicked in a sub. Thanks, Eldaloo. Hey, Pat and Paige. It took a year and a half for our first ER trip with our new son. Croup cough. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. He's doing much better now, though. Pet babies for us. What's croup cough? C-R-O-U-P cough. I've never heard of that in my life. Infection of the upper airway, which obstructs breathing and causes a characteristic barking cough. Ugh! That sucks! I hate that. Zangy, oh hey buddy, hey. You're a fat boy, I love you. Give me kisses. I love that dog. Elmo, are you doing okay, buddy? Yeah, he's fine. Artemis subbed. Interesting time to join the stream. Anyway, you can pull off a crop top, and I just finished I and hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. The only way I could pull a crop top is over my head. Chibi Cheese It sub. Thank you. Hey, Pat, thanks for providing laughs to us US folks when our country is absolutely rancid right now. What are you talking about? I'm hoping to move to Toronto in the future. The next few or so years, if possible, so I can escape this fuckfire of a country. Well, normally, I would not recommend moving to Toronto. However, your expectations have been altered. So, you'll probably be fine moving to Toronto. Libretto Dude says can't recommend Ottawa or Toronto right now, except maybe as a stepping stone. It's all about where you're coming from, right? If you were, you know, moving from a volcano to Detroit, I mean, that'd be a big downgrade. But if you were moving from under the ocean to a volcano, that'd be an upgrade. See? It's relevant. It's all relative. Diredo says they're from Detroit and it's getting better, and I don't think I've ever believed anyone less in this chat. We have an anime convention. Congratulations. Isn't Michigan basically Canada Light? I'll be really honest with you guys. The average Canadian does not know what 47 or maybe 48 of American states are like. Texas has the cowboy hat, New Yorkers have the rats, and Chicago has the gun violence and that stupid lasagna they call a pizza. Chicago ain't a state? See, exactly. Exactly. I don't see. And Zero Artoria sub. Thanks, Zero. Appreciate it, man. Oh, and Nobrev sub to say yippee. Thanks, Nobrev. Appreciate it. All right, guys. It's time to find out about what happened 6 years ago. Oh, Platinum Avitson Subbed. Hi, hello, how are you? I'm doing alright. Thank you. I think I'm doing alright. Thank you kindly. Now that Pat is at his lowest with headphones, it's prime spooking time for Paige. You're right, which is why I'm leaving my left ear slightly uncovered. Slightly. See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. To protect yourself. You gotta protect yourself. It's vital. I don't know what game is listed on this. Hold on, let's find out. Monster Hunter? No, sir. Somnium files. Hey, I did it. Let's load the game. This is my previous save data. We had just finished the syncing with Ryuki. Turns out he's very upset about something that happened 6 years ago.
That body teleported here from a parallel world. Ryuki is supposed to be here? You were in charge of the HB case, weren't you?
Ryuki's memories may hold the answer. Mizuki, the time limit within Somnium is 6 minutes.
Damn it. Damn it. I was so close to finally forgetting.
Wait, what? I'm playing as me? I mean... Playing as Ryuki? Hold on, we gotta do the Tamagotchis. What chocolate do you like? Chocolate bar. Crazy? Shut up. How do I get out of here? Oh. It's a two-way mirror. It's a desk. It's a Canberra. Hey, Mizuki, what up? I would like some booze, please.
I'm not leaving until you give me answers, so quit messing around.
Okay.
You probably weren't listening to me at Brahmin, so I'll say it again.
No need. Tama told me earlier. Jin Furue's other half was found, but the body was alive until noon today. You want to know how? It's simple. Jin's left half flew here. It flew through time from the world 6 years ago.
What
6
are you
years
talking
ago?
about?
God, right away. Fuck, oh no.
I looked inside your mind.
Oh no, I'm doing it wrong. Oh jeez, there we go. Oh, sorry. Oh boy. 6 years ago. Thanks for the sub, Regals.
I know. You synced with me, didn't you?
Who was that person?
That person?
The person who was reaching out to you at the end of the Somnium. Tell me, something happened 6 years ago that I don't know
6 years
about.
ago?
What was it?
You really want to know?
Yeah,
You could be putting yourself in danger.
that's
I'm
fine.
not afraid.
Fine. Then I'll tell you. But I'm sure there's no need to explain what happened on February 10th, 6 years
6
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, I was there, at the studio.
All right. Then I'll start from the part you don't know about. The day after the incident. February 11th.
That's slightly less than 6 years ago. We're at the age 6 years ago. Hey!
Mr. Date.
Why he look like that? Why do you look like that?
Is there something on my face?
Well, the face you have now isn't your real face, is it? You got your old body back through the new Cyclops serial killings case, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I decided to have a custom mask made. Everyone knows me by this face. Besides, this one is, more popular with the ladies.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
Shut up!
That's so stupid. By the way, Jin did not have a silicone mask on. I know because I x-rayed it. What's up with the eye patch?
Looks cool, doesn't it? I'm wearing the patch because Iva ran away from home.
That's not the whole story, though, is it, Dante? You tried to watch a VR video of bikini girls splitting watermelons at the beach.
I can't do this anymore. I am done being your partner.
So Iva leapt out of Dante's eye socket and ended up at my place.
So she's at your house right
Oh,
now?
I see.
No, she's working on a top secret mission.
What mission?
If I told you, it wouldn't be top secret.
So why are you here?
I thought you were on vacation.
Yeah, new labor laws. I'm supposed to be on break.
Then why are you here?
Well, why not? I was bored, so I thought I'd come play darts.
This is supposed to be a place of business. Could you not play around in here?
This?
What?
Really?
This room is full of things to play with.
Come on. So about the murder.
I saw the news last night. I talked to Boss earlier too, so I know the gist of what's going on. A corpse suddenly appeared in the middle of a live stream, right?
Right.
For some reason, just the right half. Like it traveled through time and space.
Any advice, Date?
Advice? I only give advice when I'm drinking. Shall we?
It's not even noon yet.
Who cares? I'm on vacation.
Well, I'm not.
Come on.
Hi, babe.
My treat, as usual.
I have not seen your agenda anywhere. I've earlier remarked that it may in fact be in your butt. Have you checked your butt? Ah, she has not checked it. Wait, am I still in sync with Date? Really? What did I say that was the same? The room thing? Oh, fuck. Do you guys want me to turn the music down a little bit? How about that? That's probably better. I've seen him drunk a lot. Never seen him open his wallet.
No, I'll just handle this myself.
That sounds better.
What? Drink with me.
Any
It's a real
advice?
cozy bar in Omiya I know
That's
about.
not
I think
advice,
you'll
Dante.
like it.
All the bartenders are sexy women, aren't they?
Hell yeah, they are.
How did you know?
And why Omiya of all places?
You don't know? Saitama is hot right now.
It's warm at this time of year?
That's not what I meant.
Saitama is a province located north of Tokyo with a population of 7 million. Omiya is the capital. Omiya has a stop for bullet trains and arenas where even Johnny's groups perform. There are tons of stores Date might like. It's a really fashionable city. Thanks! Alright, boss. How late were you guys drinking?
What?
You went to a host club in Kabukicho after the investigation, didn't you?
Who would do such a thing?
I mean, you usually do that.
I went straight home last
No,
night.
you didn't.
I can't be out drinking every night. My kid would never let me hear the
Wait, you have a kid?
I'm sorry. Your kid?
Yeah, my little girl. At least, I think she's a little girl. I didn't spot any dangly bits, so unless she says otherwise.
I had no idea you had a daughter, boss.
Neither did I.
I didn't know either. Why'd you keep that a secret all this time?
It wasn't a secret. No one asked.
I'm upset. I'm upset here. I'm pissed off. Okay? Every time. Is it just gotta be It's quite the incident.
Yeah, the entire country's been talking about it all day.
Not just Japan, but the whole world.
That makes
A
sense.
body sliced in half suddenly appeared in the middle of a
Steve
broadcast.
Jobs basically
And
died
used
of
that weird
ligma.
QR code
Yeah.
too. I'd be surprised if it didn't go viral.
But how strange. There was a blackout before the corpse appeared.
Yeah, that's
right?
about right.
So why didn't the stream get cut off?
Anyway, boss, we got any leads?
It hasn't even been half a day. No new info for you yet. Jin's left half hasn't been found yet either.
Why did his right half burst into flames like that?
That is a little
We're
weird.
still looking into it. But I was told they haven't recovered any mechanical or electrical pieces.
So it wasn't a time bomb.
Do you think it could have been spontaneous combustion?
No,
Who
Dante.
knows?
Spontaneous combustion only happens when the mitochondria in your body all simultaneously decide to start burning ATP at their max rate, hitting a possible theoretical height of 6,000 degrees Celsius in about 1 second, which would incinerate you into ash instantly. But to do that, you would have to send a signal to the mitochondria to all start working all at the same time, which a human being couldn't do because they don't share the same DNA as people. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. About Tama. Her name is Tama. She's kind of a robot name is an eyeball. I suppose her gender set to female. Usually in my left eye socket. Supports me. She's my left eye and also my partner. Most of my conversations are done in my mind. That goes for when she's in my eyeball and when she's out and about like
Tama,
this.
show me the news.
That's not how you ask for a favor, is it?
I beg of you, Lady Tama.
How about this?
Wait,
I said news, not nudes.
is this ancient porn? So what are you looking at, boss?
I see a stupid-looking man's face.
Oh, I'm
Like
talking
this.
to Tama. Hey, it's me. How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might, half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Ryuki?
You feeling okay?
No.
Maybe we should have a doctor take a look at you.
You seem pretty tired, man.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
You're trying to convince yourself, aren't you? Poor Ryuki, you're exhausted.
You can do it, buddy.
Yeah, I'll try.
You'll try. What the hell is that? Why don't you say it like you mean it, asshole? It's your duty to solve this
Damn,
case.
bitch.
This is why you're here, isn't it?
Relax.
I got it, Tama. You can close it.
So why are you here
Nice
anyway?
and soft. It feels kind of soothing being here.
Anything to promote office wellness.
What are you talking about?
Well then, you won't mind if I join you?
Bad, Dante, no.
I'm kidding.
Get out of those titties. Oh, boss doesn't have anything to say. Okay. So about that QR code shit.
Wanna see it again?
Yes. This is a highly suspicious video and we're gonna need to see it again. Oh, alright then. I saw that video last night and, well, kinda went nuts.
What is it, Ryuki?
The QR code on that sign was shown during the live stream too.
Yeah, quite clearly.
That means it was seen by people around the world.
It does
They
mean
say the
that.
ViewCube video and the link got several million views.
The account is already deleted, but you know how it is. People uploaded copies to other sites almost immediately.
That means the actual number of people who saw it is several times greater.
Everybody's seen it.
Anything strange happened since?
What do you mean?
Maybe a bunch of people being sent to the hospital after seeing the video or something.
No, I haven't heard any reports like that so far.
I see.
Like I said, the uploader of the original video is unknown.
Okay then. Tama and I will continue the
You
investigation.
probably should.
Wait. Before you go, there's one thing I want you to be careful about. Abyss is having issues with the communication network right now. Any data obtained by your AI ball can't be uploaded to the cloud.
Yeah, I can't do any backups right now.
That seems
I
bad.
can only save data inside my body's storage.
So we'll be in big trouble if you break.
Yes, any data saved from today on will be lost.
Understood. We'll be careful.
So, where do you plan on going first?
I thought we'd start by asking around for more info. I haven't been able to talk to the people who are at the scene much yet.
Mizuki, Iris, Moma, Chinpei, and Andy's Komeiji, the host.
Do you have their locations?
Yes, I've obtained each of their locations through the GPS on their
That's a bit of a
smartphones.
violation of privacy,
First,
isn't it?
Mizuki is at a place called Matsushita Diner.
Ota's place.
Iris seems to be on the campus of Sekiba High.
Makes sense. She's a student there after all.
Moma and Chinpei are at the Kumakura office.
Yeah, okay.
Right. The Dragon and Lanterns place.
And finally, Komeiji. He seems to be on the
Why is
rooftop
his
amusement
head
park
like
in
that?
Nisatan.
Misatan. That department store in Shinjuku?
Do you want to ride along for the investigation, Mr. Date?
I'm not gonna work on my day off. I'm not that bored.
Bored enough to come here.
There are many types of boredom. This is different.
Well, Ryuki?
Yeah, I can
I'm
ask
Tama.
that if I want.
Right.
His
Leave it
head
to
is
me.
weird.
Tama.
Weirder than a regular head.
Always.
Much weirder than a regular head. I'm gonna leave that till fucking dead last. Well, that is a much nicer car than Date's piece of shit.
Shoma, my little boy, he's in elementary school. One day I wake up, go to the bathroom mirror, and I have writing on my forehead. It must have been Shoma. He had been learning letters in school recently. Anyway, he writes, Death Tub. And I'm thinking, Death Tub? Is that what he meant? Is he trying to tell me something? Then Shoma saw my face and started busting out laughing. And I was thinking, what's so funny? That's when I realized, when you see Death Tub in the mirror, God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max! Another story about Shoma. One day I got a call from school and a rather heavy-set vice
What the
principal
fuck was
told
that?
me, Your Shoma called me a pig of all things. I apologized, then gave Shoma a talking to. Listen here, Shoma. Don't you ever call the vice principal that again. He said, okay, I won't call the vice principal a pig anymore, but it's okay if I call a pig vice principal, right? I say, sure, why not? So then as the kid is leaving, he says, I'm sorry, can I go play with my friends now, vice principal? God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Are you finished?
Well, you're the only one here. You're Mr. Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department, right? You came here to talk about what happened?
Yes.
Then let's go somewhere else to talk. We prefer someplace quiet.
Lord Almighty, bro. Lord Jesus shit. Jesus Christ in heaven. What? Why? Why?
Wait, the Ferris wheel?
Well, why not?
Alone with a middle-aged man in an enclosed space? This is not what I had in mind.
I want out. I want out. I'm just gonna point out something here. culture's fairly interesting, and what cultures value and what certain cultures are good at is fascinating. Japanese stand-up comedy is astonishingly terrible. It's incredibly bad. It's so bad. Like it's terrible. But what I'm gonna call Japanese situational comedy is world-renowned because Japanese television shows and comedians will inflict astonishing cruelty to strangers for a laugh, and it's wild. If you've ever seen Gaki no Tsukai and the no laugh challenge shit, it is less comedy and more of a vicious sport with real punishment with comedy as a front, and it is fucking mesmerizing. I wonder, could we watch? No, we could not. No, we could not. Anyway, why a Ferris wheel?
I love Ferris wheels. I like anything that continuously spins around, actually. Plane propellers, washing machines, the beds at love hotels.
There used to be rotating beds at love hotels.
Yeah, that's like
a
what the
long
70s,
time
right?
ago.
How do you know that?
Just like life, isn't it? With its ups and downs. We rotate around the same places over and over.
Well, the beds at love hotels don't go up and down, though. Although, I guess they do, in a way.
In a way. 1 second, sorry, I just got an urgent text. I'm sending Paige a urgent text. It's very urgent.
My boy is just like me, you know?
Shoma? You mentioned him on stage earlier.
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time. He talks like he's all grown up, but he's still a kid inside.
With your love of Ferris wheels, I'd say you're still a kid on the inside too.
You got a point there. You're probably right.
Guys, am I still a kid on the inside? Do I still have the childlike glee about the world, or am I too cynical now? Oh, it's time for the thing! What cliche line do you want to say? Oh, well, the cliche line that I actually say all the time is that I have good news and bad news. Paige hates it.
Fucking hate that.
She hates it when I say I have good news and bad news. She hates it. So about Shoma.
He's right in the middle of his rebellious stage, so he's been a handful.
Oops.
His mother hasn't been around for about 3 years now.
3 years
Was it a
ago?
divorce?
Yeah. She got sick of me and left the house.
So, what's up with your horrible clothes and your ugly face?
Oh, this? It's my one and only stage.
You wanna come look at this guy's
This
ugly
sharp
fucking
little
face?
bow tie is the highlight. My
He's
boy bought it for
he's
me
got a
last
square
year.
head.
Bow ties are somewhat unusual. Traditional ties are more common.
But you weren't wearing that tie last night, were you?
Oh, I wasn't. I tend to take it off or put it on based on how I'm feeling.
Do you come to the stage a lot?
Yeah, the owner of the Misaton department store took a liking to me. He's given me the opportunity to appear several times now.
So why did you host that show?
You know I'm a comedian now, but when I was in my early 20s, I was working as a regular company employee. I appeared on several quiz shows on the side and ended up winning first place many times.
Komeiji was famous as a quiz king ever since he was a student. He even had worshippers who lauded him as the quiz god.
Thinking back, that may have been the peak of my life. Adored wherever I went, everyone buying me all sorts of things. Maybe I shouldn't have taken advantage of the situation like I did. I was so enamored by the glamorous celebrity life. I've always loved comedy, so I strived to become a comedian. But after that, well, it's just as you saw on that stage.
I wonder why there wasn't an audience. It was so funny.
Yeah. That's nice. Can I x-ray him? No. So why?
I haven't told you yet, have I? The producer for that show knew about me from my Quiz King days. He thought I could tell all sorts of anecdotes and gave me an offer to host the show.
Oh, I thought Elmo was gonna fucking barf. Okay, it's the washing machine.
Ah, right. Sorry for calling you Team Popo back then.
It's me.
It was in the script. Didn't really have a choice.
By the way, Iris and Mizuki were called Team Lemniscate, and Momo and Shinpei were called Team Yakuza. I mean, that makes perfect sense, don't it? So about last night's incident.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what happened. I was just invited there and hosted the show as requested. Then that body suddenly appeared.
Did you know Jin, the victim?
I've never met him. I do know he was hated for his extreme narcissism and ego.
Lick my
If I had to
balls.
guess, the motive was probably a grudge. Someone must have had a grudge against him and did that.
No. His death is going to be assuredly impersonal and symbolic. You smell like booze, motherfucker.
Ah, does it?
A little.
A lot is more like it. Komechi's blood alcohol level is 0.12%. The early stages of
Jeez, bro, you are wet.
I just couldn't get over what happened last night and ended up drinking too much. I wanted to forget about everything. I had to drink. Sorry I couldn't help, Mr. Ryuki. I wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, the, what do you call it? The, extra details is actually a lot less detailed this time. All of them are like, it's a street light. It's a vending machine. It's a Ferris wheel. To the Kimura office!
Wait, you're the director of that quiz show, Shinpei?
You got a problem with
Really?
No, but...
It's a little surprising.
I told you, he got out. He's making an honest living as a civilian these days. Ain't that right?
That's right, boss.
Stop calling me that. You're not a member of the gang anymore.
Well, good for you, then.
A dragon with a gold ball. Kind of like us, Ryuki.
Oh.
You're not
Yeah.
made of gold, though.
That's cute. That is actually fairly cute. Hey, Mom. Why were you on the show last night, bro?
Ask Shinpei about that. He knows all about it.
Did his resignation go smooth?
Yeah, I didn't take his finger or anything. We're not doing any of that outdated cutting off your finger deal.
After all, the Kumakuras are a gang with morals.
Sounds like an oxymoron. Like a vegan zombie.
So, tell me about what happened.
I'm pissed about the case, too.
Hey! Hey! Stop that!
That co-appearance was like a dream come true. And the whole show was ruined. I'd love to get my hands on the bastard responsible.
A dream come true?
The boss and Tessa got to...
Shut it! Anyway, I'd love to help you with your investigation and all, but unfortunately, I don't have any info that might be useful to you.
Do you have any leads at all?
I don't know what to tell you.
Did you see any suspicious people hanging around the studio, for example?
Suspicious people?
More than you
I
guys.
guess the only one who comes to mind is Kameji.
Kameji? You mean...
Yeah, Andy's Kameji, the host. Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza.
How do you not know that?
Our group, of course. It's just something I heard at a meeting with the street bosses. Word is he's involved in some dangerous transactions. Though that might not have anything to do with last night.
How do you personally know? Oh, whatever. Oh, hey, Boopus. How you doing, baby? It's my baby. I love him. So why'd you come back after leaving the group?
I came to say thanks to the boss for yesterday. I was thinking of going to Akiba. This place is on the way.
Why Akiba?
Well, I need to stop by a maid cafe.
Maid cafe?
Yeah, it's called Sunfish Pocket. My girlfriend works there.
Of course. So why'd you leave?
My girl has a baby on the way right now. So we decided to get married, but her parents wouldn't approve of it. Said they wouldn't let me have their daughter unless I got out of the business.
That's
I agonized over the decision.
Completely
So
fair.
I could only eat 2 slices of pizza instead of the usual 3. What a man has to do, what a
That
man
is
has
like
to
the
do,
fairest
right? So I made
ask
up my mind
ever.
to talk to the boss about it. But before I could,
Oh, I get it. Then I'll try asking him for you.
And MoMA listened to Iris.
Sure did.
What? I didn't have any ulterior motives, so don't get it twisted.
So why'd you become the director for the show?
I actually used to attend a vocational school to learn about film. I wanted to be a porn director.
It's good
I used
work
the
if you can
connections
get
I
it.
got there to reach out to a production company for online shows. Then I was promoted to director right away. Supposedly, the last director ran away, so they really needed me to take his place.
So why was the director one of the contestants?
We didn't have enough people. The quiz show needed 3 teams of 2 to answer questions. We tried hard, but couldn't get together that last team. I had no choice but to participate myself, so I invited the boss to go with me.
And MoMA agreed to participate?
Well, you know, it was a request from one of my precious underlings, after all.
No, it's so you
I
can be on
convinced him
TV
by
with
saying
ASAP.
Tessa would be
There it
too.
is.
Then he agreed right away.
So about the case, buddy.
Sorry, but I haven't found anything that might be a lead.
What about the rest of the staff?
They'll probably tell you the same thing.
The detectives from HQ have already questioned the rest of the staff. Their report is uploaded on the database. 0 clues. There isn't any information that could help us at all.
It's fairly interesting how this case in the beginning of Somnium 1, I did get a physical evidence, right? Like I was able to get the fucking ice pick.
There are a lot of lanterns
Right?
lined up here.
Maybe MoMA hung them up.
Wait, who's hung? Who?
Huh? MoMA?
Moma's hung, huh?
Jeez, bitch,
That's
calm
not what I
down.
said.
Hey guys, I got a really good pickup line for you. I stole it from a comic I read right before coming live, which is, "Hey girl, you like big dicks?" And she goes, "Yeah," and you go, "Darn," and then leave. What about the other contestants? It's supposed to go for 6 hours. It wasn't the same contestants. They're supposed to swap. Our appearance was for 9
I
p.m.
didn't know anything about the others. I already turned in the list of contestants to the cops. Why don't you try hitting them up one by one?
The other detectives already took care of that a while back. No clues there either. There haven't been any reports of suspicious individuals.
Darn.
Kameji has connections with the Yakuza?
Maybe.
Could it be true?
It could be true.
Let's figure that out later. You need to gather intel for now.
Got it. Then let's go somewhere else.
To the school! Of course. Oh, she got the clamshell. That's adorable.
Iris, how are you feeling? Still upset about last night?
I'm okay. I recover pretty quick from these things.
I mean, that makes
See?
sense.
I'm bouncing right back.
You got murdered a
Bouncy,
bunch.
Bouncy, bouncy bunny.
Ryuki, would you mind hitting her with a German suplex?
I would not!
Later. By the way, you're...
That's Mame. She's one of my best friends.
Nice to meet you. My name is Amame Doi. I'm a third year at Sekiba High, and I'm in the same dance club as Iris. I'm a super hyper cutie miracle beauty.
Ryuki, I think we should leave.
Hold on. In dance club? Huh.
Huh. You just pictured me in a leotard, didn't you?
No.
No?
Oh, it's a pervert! Somebody call the police!
I am the police.
Yeah.
Oh, come to think of it, you were on the quiz show last night, weren't you? Your name started with an R, I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Rarotaro, was it?
It's Ryuki!
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Ryuki Rarotaro.
This joke doesn't work. It doesn't work!
This is an all-girls school, so obviously there are only female students. So it's not like I don't understand why you'd want to stroke that chair, but...
I do not.
Calm down, everyone.
Iris is sitting on a chair.
Leering at an 18-year-old. That's a bit creepy, don't you think?
I was not leering.
Anyway. You're obviously the person I need to talk to, so let's talk to Amame. So what's your career path gonna be like?
You could say I'm a part-timer. It's just me and my mom back home, so money's tight. I don't have time to go to college or a specialty school.
But Mommy is so smart. She always has the best grades, even though she doesn't go to class much.
I've been busy with my part-time job and dance practice.
Where do you work?
I work as a
Sunfish
mermaid
Pocket.
at a gaudy maid cafe called Sunfish Pocket. Mermaids are what they call the maids that work there.
They wear these cute mermaid outfits as they serve the customers. Now I know because I used to work at Sunfish Pocket a long time ago. Mommy works there at night after dance practice.
Whoa! Mommy turned into a skeleton!
It's an X-ray.
Oh no, they're both skeletons! Anyway, how late do you work?
Don't tell anyone, but until about 11.
Even when you were 17.
Yes, ever since I was 16.
That's a violation of Article 61 of the Labor Standards Act.
Sure is.
So it would be the employer who would be penalized.
I lied to the manager about my age. So according to my profile, I'm 20 years old right now.
That's a bit...
I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me. My family's poor, so I need to keep working.
You can't employ the kids between the hours. It's bad for them go to school. Anyway, so about Jin.
I don't think there's anyone from our generation that doesn't know who he is. He's famous for having a sharp tongue. He used to write a bunch of completely lame articles and critiques online. He used to start up stupid internet drama crap on Twitter, too.
Mommy has a pretty sharp tongue herself.
His main job was being the CEO of Music Food. I guess that's like the president of the company?
Yeah, this is clearly Elon. I thought it was...
That he started the business
I thought it was Steve Jobs, but no, it's Elon.
Is shrouded in mystery, and no one knows anything about his childhood, right?
Yeah, he was a pretty mysterious figure.
Music Food is a subscription music service focused on Japanese music, so it's not widely known worldwide, but they do have 10 million subscribers. I'm sure they do good money. How about the incident last night, Amame?
I know about the incident. I was watching the live stream of that quiz show.
Is that it, huh? Alright. Iris! I'm glad you're alive. German suplex time.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. I boiled a potato and my socks in a sack.
Mr. Ryuki.
Are you okay?
The song Ryuki was just singing was German Soup Socks. Shut up! Is class over?
Don't you today is February 11th? National Foundation Day.
Oh, right. Then why are you at school?
Well, how do I put this? I just felt compelled.
I can only wear this uniform and attend this school for about another month or so.
So I invited Mommy, and we just kind of ended up here.
Iris and Amame are third years. They'll be graduating soon.
Good for them.
Iris is just sitting on a chair. I have no further commentary.
Now you're trying too hard.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Without a hint of lecherous intent, I'm looking at Iris sitting on a chair. Okay, that is the end of it. So why were you on the show, Iris?
The agency I belong to, Lemniscape, received a request for me to appear. They wanted me and one more person to participate as a pair. But we couldn't find anyone with an opening in their schedule. And that's why Mizuki ended up going instead.
So about what happened?
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. It did feel like some sort of paranormal phenomenon, though.
Paranormal?
God
like I
damn
mentioned
it.
last night. Maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other
God
half could have
damn
been
it.
absorbed into some other dimension. And that split the body in two.
Speaking of which, there are rumors that people who watched that video and disappeared could have also been swallowed into another dimension.
He's really just fucking with this on this, and it's great.
Anyway, the girl does have some nice femurs. I'd love to get inside those for a taste of the marrow.
What is wrong with you?
So what's this other dimension shit?
That QR code video. A similar video went viral about half a year ago.
The Bats 490 video. Supposedly people who saw it suddenly vanished.
So, they say those who went missing were taken into another dimension.
Did you see that video?
Yes, so did I.
But you two haven't disappeared.
That's because we haven't decoded it.
There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
You have to go there to get taken into another dimension.
And the people who decrypted the code all said the same thing before vanishing.
I've learned the secret of the world.
But no one knows what that secret
I don't
is.
think you two are gonna be very helpful.
Genny, I told you to wait for me at the gate, didn't I?
Yeah, but I got here a bit early.
His name is Gen Ishiagane. He's the owner of the fusion restaurant
Right.
Ramen in Golden Yokocho. Though, I'm sure you already know that.
This character was designed to fuck with people in the trailers.
Yeah, I've been there many times. But why is Gen here?
Ah, if it isn't Mr. Ryuki. Are you here to investigate that case by any chance?
Yes.
Yes. I was talking to Iris about it.
I also watched the quiz show last night. Several people I know were on it.
What's your type? A caring person. I'd love to try your cooking, man.
You're more than welcome to visit anytime.
Genny's cooking is amazing.
Everything he makes is so good. My tongue could fall right off. Personally, I think his place and Matsushita Diner are competing for the #1 spot.
Come on now, don't compare my restaurant with a place like that. The cooking there was superb when Takiro was still the man behind the chef's knife. But now it's his son Ota running things. He doesn't know the first thing about
Yeah, he
cooking.
sucks!
His dishes are missing the most important condiment.
So why are you here?
I drove here to pick up Amame and Iris. I need them to help out at work tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Genny. Something came up.
Oh, I see.
I'm free, though. I can still help.
That'd be great.
You two are close with Gen, huh?
Yeah. We're just a big ol' happy threesome.
Tama!
That was a weird way to phrase it.
Amame visited Brahman a lot, even back when it was in Yotsuya.
Once it moved to Golden Yokocho, I took Iris there.
You've been to ramen too, Mr. Ryuki?
Of course. I've been there several times. Mr. Date took me there.
Mr. Date? So you must know Mr. Date too, Kenny.
I've known him for a long time.
You have?
We're so close, we've seen each other's buttholes.
Wow, what a small world.
Is she really going to ignore the butt part?
I'm not that close with anyone. Were you able to get in here easily?
Oh, are you asking because I'm wearing this mask? It was fine. The security for this school is practically non-existent. There are tons of places on the grounds without any fences or security cameras.
So you didn't walk in through the front gate?
I couldn't have, dressed like this. A guard would have stopped me.
So, why does he wear the mask? He would scare people off if he took it. Oh, I haven't seen him without the mask myself, but that's what he said. Supposedly, he was born with a monster face.
Well, I think we got enough info here for now. Ryuki, wanna get going?
Sounds good.
Off we go to the diner.
This sucks. I already talked my jaw off
Who the fuck is that?
That was with the local detective, right? I haven't heard anything yet.
Big sis, perhaps you should help them?
Big sis?
Ah, that's just what I call Mizuki.
Ah, and you're...
My name is Kizuna. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Ryuki, right?
Shut the fuck up!
Last night.
Shut your fucking mouth!
Wow, it's stuffed so tight.
Why did you say it like that?
Oh, Kazuna and... god damn it. Do you have a girlfriend, you fucking loser?
That came out of nowhere. Of course I have one. You met her yesterday, right? Tessa. A girl named Iris Sagan.
Ota, do you want me to rip your tongue out?
Do it!
Oh, well, as long as we're on the subject. Are you going out with anyone, Kizzy?
Oh, me? Such relations with gentlemen are completely foreign to me.
Are you into baby-face guys that know how to cook?
No. No one is.
Oh, my type is so stereotypical that I am
What, tall, dark,
embarrassed
and
to admit
handsome?
it. Someone like Prince Charming.
A prince?
I yearn to be a princess.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday. That's my dream.
Glass slipper?
Bruh.
Ota? Who is that?
Well, he's a customer. He comes by a lot.
Well, in any case, I have a great affinity for shoes. My admiration of Princess Cinderella partially comes from that,
That
I'm
makes
sure.
sense.
Glass slippers. Isn't that so magical? How lovely it would be to dance in them.
Wouldn't it be hard to dance in glass slippers?
Absolutely.
That is true.
What's your name, shitbag?
Are you Mr. Ota Matsushita?
Oh, you heard of me? Did you talk to Date or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He's linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. Because he's a loser. Oh, that's the wrong button. Shit. Yes?
Worried about health?
No.
Ah. Worried about work?
No.
Worried about relationships?
No.
Yes. Worried about money?
Give money.
What did you say? You don't really have worries, do you?
I'm worried about not having any worries.
You're messing around, right? You have no worries. Why did you come here?
I don't know.
Did you solve the HB case already?
No.
You should prioritize that first. Get back to the investigation.
But you told me to come here. Can I dress you up?
I'll dress up the way you.
I don't have anything. No hat? Why would you?
Yeah.
It should just be the hat. Get rid of the rest of this and just all hat.
Ota is 24. 1 year older than you, Ryuki.
Yeah, that's why I'm being polite.
Does anybody else work here?
Nah.
Ota handles the cooking, serving, and accounting all by himself.
That's right.
Tama, are there any legal issues with this?
Not at all. His mother, Mayumi Matsushita, holds the proper certification for food hygiene.
Mr. Matsushita, can I ask where your mother is?
Probably in the living room back there. I guess she's sitting at the kotatsu watching TV or something.
Matsushita Diner was closed for a long time and it reopened. They get decent traffic and make a pretty good amount of money. So what do you know about the incident, shitbag?
Man, that was crazy! I said it before, but I was watching that stream live. I heard Tessa and Mizuki were gonna be on that show, right? Then that body appeared out of nowhere. Man, I couldn't believe what I saw. Speaking of crazy, that ViewCube video.
You saw it?
No, not the whole thing. Too scary. I saw the one before, though.
The one before?
Bats 490? 6 months
A year
ago!
ago, a video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
Ah, I know of that one as well. The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct?
Yup. There was
Can't
some
believe
kind
it.
of code hidden in it, too.
Can't believe
According
it.
to the rumors, whoever deciphers it will learn the secret of the world. Secret of the world? Did a grade schooler come up with that or something?
Bats 490, Secret of the World. Iris and Amame mentioned the same thing.
So about bats.
The video starts with a bunch of bats flying around. Guess that's where the bats part comes from. I don't know what the 490 means, though.
Were you able to decode it?
No way. I had no idea what it meant.
Well, it's not like solving it would have been a big deal. I'll bet that secret of the world stuff is bogus anyway.
I bet you're
Ruin
right,
the fantasy,
Mizuki.
Mizuki.
I'm just telling it like it is. It's just an ARG. It's a game for kids.
Maybe
ARG
not.
means Alternate Reality Game. The Game Master releases mysterious information to the public via the internet, leaflets, posters, stuff like that. Players decode the information to discover a location or objective that moves the game forward. Simply put, an ARG is a fusion of games and real life.
The goal of an ARG varies. If somebody beats it, they might get a prize, but most times it's just a prank. Oftentimes, the objective is simply to solve the mystery. Sometimes they're even used as marketing. They are progressed by an undefined number of players working together, mainly online. Due to this, it has a high potential to spread fast. That makes it very helpful when marketing content. I hate you. Who are you?
Pardon me, but may I ask your name?
How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here. How are you, young boy?
Guess he's not doing too good.
Excuse me.
Maybe you shouldn't talk to that guy. He seems pretty drunk.
He's drinking non-alcoholic beer.
What do you want, jerk?
I was not aware you could get drunk from non-alcoholic beverages.
You can, actually. He doesn't like broken
A
clocks.
lot of dates on that calendar. Why not go on a date with me?
No thanks.
Alright, Kazuna. Are you a Sekaba High School
I
student?
am indeed. How did you know?
You're wearing the uniform
Your
right
uniform?
Don't tell me you're a uniform buffer, Yuki. I didn't take you for a pervert.
Kizzy is good friends with Iris and Mame too.
Fuck you, you
don't
piece
know
of
about Mame,
shit!
do you?
Do you mean Amame Doi?
Yeah.
Then I do know her. I met her at Sekiba High earlier.
Iris and Mame belong to the same dance club as I. It was through them that I was introduced to Big Sis.
So you like dancing, huh?
Yes, I most certainly do. However, I am not very good at it. That's not true. You've even won a dancing competition before. That was nothing more than a fluke. Iris is a far better dancer.
So, why do you call Mizuki that? She's like 12?
This is a bit difficult to explain. I just sensed a certain elegance to Mizuki that was characteristic of an older sister. Is that a compliment?
It is.
Tama, how old is Kizuna?
18, same as Iris. They're in their third years, so they're graduating soon. In other words, Mizuki is a whole 6 years younger than Kizuna.
6 years younger ago! About the incident.
I was watching that quiz show live as well. Then, goodness, I couldn't believe it. That corpse suddenly appeared on the screen. I couldn't sleep last night from the shock of it all. I was worried about Big Sis and Iris as well. Yeah, you called me a bunch, I remember. You witnessed the corpse with your own eyes, did you not? Are you certain you're okay? I'm totally fine. Your mental fortitude is admirable. I've been through a lot is all.
That's accurate. Mizuki, shouldn't you be in school?
Today is February 11th, National Foundation Day.
Oh yeah, it is. So why are you here?
Why else? To eat some of Ota's cooking. I brought my friend Kizzy with me.
And I appreciate your business.
Saw Mr. Date earlier.
Huh. And?
I mean, Mr. Date is like your foster father, so I thought I'd let you know just in case.
Foster father? I'm the one taking care of him. I'm paying the rent and utility bills too.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I know of Mr. Date as well. He is quite close with Iris, so I have the honor of being on friendly terms with him as well.
Oh yeah, she's super rich now. She owns Lemniscate. So why were you on the show last night, Mizuki?
Iris had an offer to appear on the show, so she was asked to bring another talent from Lemniscate, but no one could make it, so I decided to go instead. As the president of Lemniscate, I couldn't just turn it down.
President? Aren't you 12?
It's a long story. I ended up taking over the company after Daddy.
Because he's dead. Oops. Any clues?
Sorry, but I don't know anything. I just went on the show like Iris asked, and then a body showed up out of nowhere. I've heard about Jin Furue, but it's not like I knew him personally. Sorry, I can't really help.
Well, I learned nothing. Sounds
Hey,
like it's a
Kizzy, I
good
wanna see
time
dance.
for another body to show
Where did
up.
this come from?
I want to see too.
Don't you want to see too, Ryuki?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've got to see this.
Then I'll play some music. Just a sec.
Wait, I have not agreed to anything yet.
Dance! Dance! Do the dance!
And gum on my way to the station. The crowd squeezes out my frustration. And now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom. Now I hear my friend got herself a
Is that
boyfriend.
Amelie?
They're going out for barbecue on the weekend. I see all
Ah! Good pick. Wait, why am I not a goddamn voice actor in this game? I'm cool. No, don't. I don't suck. You suck. I have to say, synchronized dancing always looks really bizarre when there's just the one person.
I know your name. You're Kizuna, aren't you? I heard you introducing yourself earlier.
Dude, aren't you
My
like
name's
40?
Leon Twining, and I'm 22 years old.
You look like you're 40.
My mother's American, and my mother's Japanese. So, Kizuna, I want you to marry me.
Who do I talk to first? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. My heart feels like a jackhammer, like it's gonna burst out of my chest any second.
Why are you here?
Actually, I got fired yesterday. I didn't feel like doing anything after I woke up this morning. I came here so I could drink my problems away.
But you were drinking non-alcoholic beer.
I can still get drunk off of them, okay?
What job did you get fired from?
I was a bank clerk.
What were you really?
I don't like talking about it, but I was a janitor.
I think that is a noble job.
You're so right! But unfortunately, my job was taken from me. I have zero motivation to do anything now.
You know, I'm very blessed that I can do this for work. But every day that I get older, I think about, like, the way people in school talked about people that worked blue collar. And it's fucking disgusting. Like... I'm gonna be a lawyer, and I'm sure you're gonna turn into a much better person than almost every custodial staff person I've ever met. Oh wait, no you're not.
Hard work just seems so pointless.
I dislike people who don't work hard.
All right, I'm hitting up the employment office tomorrow.
This guy has a rather one-track mind.
He doesn't seem all that bad, though.
Yeah, bus drivers are cool! And boy, do they have to put up with a lot of shit. You're joking about this marriage shit, right?
Of course this isn't a joke. Kizuna's dance purified my heart. There was so much darkness building inside me, but she cleared it all away. It felt like I went straight to heaven. I've always wanted to be a pilot since I was little. It was my dream to fly through the sky. Kizuna made that dream come true for me. Seeing her dance,
I mean, he's a
like
romantic.
my soul pierced the heavens and flew into the stars. So, I've decided. I'm gonna marry her!
Hey, let me, with guac says, at the same time, blue-collar workers can be pretty fucking racist here. I don't know where you actually are, but it doesn't really matter. You are correct, but your implication has a hidden cost. Blue-collar workers tend to be more honest that they're racist. White-collar workers have the good sense to hide that between a gentle veneer and just do racist things or say them in the privacy of their homes.
Won't you marry me, Kizuna?
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that either.
No, thank you.
Anyway, I won't give up. You'll come around eventually, Kizuna. My motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and fail again!
I think you mean try again.
You know, sure.
Now,
Sure.
we haven't obtained much useful information. There's no point in staying here for too long.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else.
Oh, wait! What light novel genre might get popular? Well, the boomers are getting older. So it's definitely retirement home, harem love comedy. Mama E. What? I'm an adulty. Thanks for talking to me so much, E. Shut up! Adult will not grow further. Well, it's time to fucking leave, go back to Abyss HQ, go home, sleep, and discover a new body. Oh, I can reset it now and hatch a new one.
Yeah, I want to reorganize the information I have so far.
Then why don't you just do it in this limousine?
Oh, right. I guess I could.
How do I reset the Tamagotchi? Wait. Okay. Parallel worlds exist! What do you think of eyeballs? Pretty. Damn, bitch, you gotta put that away. Scream like a little girl.
Shut up! Stop shouting!
But you surprised me. I thought that the ghost of an S&M pervert with a police uniform fetish who died in a tanning booth had come to haunt me.
Haven't I showed you this body many times over the past 6 months?
I'm still not used to it. Your body is semi-transparent, and I can only see you in the left side of my
Yeah,
vision.
that is weird. Which is funny, because since I have a lazy eye, I actually understand how that feels a little bit better than most people. Anyway, what do you think of this nice car?
Honestly, it reeks of bad taste. Makes me want to puke just looking at it.
Keep talking like that, and I'll throw you out the window.
Then you'd be a goner too? I'm the one driving this car, you know.
Really?
Why don't you take the leap and buy a different car?
I can't. This car is all I have of my parents.
Your parents passed away, didn't they?
Yeah, in an airplane crash when I was young. From then on, I was living with my younger brother. But 6 years ago, he
Wait!
also...
What? Sitting on the seat, I guess. So his right half appeared.
Isn't that what you're investigating for?
Yeah, but remember what Mr. Date and Iris said?
For some reason, just the right half. I could travel through time and space.
Maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension. And that split the body in two.
Don't tell me you believe that.
I do not.
No, just... for some reason, it's stuck in my head.
Let's organize it.
There isn't much useful information.
Yeah, we
to sort
basically
out
have
in the
nothing.
First place. If I had to say one thing, it would be the ViewCube video and that QR code link. By the way, I'm going to cut down on the word salad and call it QR video from now on.
Ooh, word salad drop.
The teeny bit of information we got from that QR video is pretty much all we have.
You don't know? I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct? There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
Everyone who visits that place is said to
I
have
bet
gone
that
missing.
location is the
We all left
cathedral.
behind the same message. I've learned the secret of the world. Hey, Tama. Is Bats 490 still up anywhere on the internet?
I looked it up. Here it is.
Yeah, let's see it! This is highly similar. It's literally a fucking address on the screen. What do you mean, just to fucking decode it?
I have no idea what it's supposed to mean.
They say there's a hidden message inside, but I can't even tell where we're supposed to look.
I mean, I can. So where'd it come from, anyway?
Same as the QR video. It was originally uploaded to ViewCube, then it spread from there. The account holder is unknown.
In any case, Bats 490 is the only lead we have right now. If we can figure it out, maybe it'll lead to the QR video.
Ryuki,
They might have found a new body.
I'm connecting her.
Oh, Ryuki? I got your number from Boss.
What is it?
I remembered something about Bats 490. I thought maybe it could lead to a clue.
What did you remember?
Someone in my class at school actually figured it out.
Really?
Decoded the hidden message in Bats 490.
He did?
His name is Shoma Enda. He might know something, so I would go find him. Anyway, see ya.
Shoma, huh?
Shoma? Isn't
that...
Andy's Komeji's.
I see.
Shoma, you know what happened last night, right?
Holy shit!
The QR code displayed on that sign. There was
Is
a
that
link in
the
it
kid
leading to
from
a video.
Devil Survivor
We're calling it
2?
The QR video. I wanted to talk to you about it. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
It's Ada Rooster.
Ada Rooster?
It's a character.
Oh, like Ada Rabbit. Toy. Hey, that buzzer. So, what are you making, kid?
What are you making? Don't tell me it's a bomb.
About your dad.
Just to confirm, your father is Andes Komeji, and his real name is Yoneharu Enda. Is that right?
Okay. About Mizuki.
I heard you went to the same elementary school as Mizuki? She's actually the one who told me about you.
About the Bats 490, bro.
You know about the video called Bats 490, right? I have a feeling it's related to the QR video somehow. You solved the code in Bats 490, didn't you? And it showed you a certain location. Am I right?
I should just tase him. I should just tase him. Can I tase him?
Maybe because he's wearing headphones.
No, that's not it. There's no sound coming from them. Chastity belt on his heart must be locked tightly.
What kind of metaphor is that?
You won't be able to see his uvula unless you open that lock.
So what you mean is, He probably won't speak unless you can find the key to his heart, I'm guessing.
There might be a key somewhere in this room. Let's find it.
A key to open the lock on his heart.
It's obviously the toy robot.
That robot is so cool!
Really? It's a machine part. Huh.
Do you want to watch TV together?
What about the buzzer?
Ding! Yes, Shoma. What is your answer?
Aha! Oh. Add a rooster? Food? Closet.
What is that?
It looks like a robot. I tried searching, but it looks like it's not commercially available.
A homemade robot, huh?
I gotta start
Hey, Shoma,
spinning.
would you mind showing me the robot in your closet?
Huh? How do you know about that?
Oh, well,
Tell him you heard it from Komeiji.
right. I heard about it from Mr. Komeiji.
From my dad?
Yeah, from
That's
your
right.
fucking stupid
Okay, then.
square dad.
Just for a bit, okay?
Oh, that's Oda's dad.
You made that?
Yeah. I call it Robata.
All by yourself?
Uh-huh. There's a junk shop in Akiba. I got all the parts there. This robot only has one tire. It uses a gyro to keep its balance. Fine-tuning it is really hard.
That's insanely impressive. Compliment like crazy.
Wowee! This is crazy! It's absolutely bonkers! How can you make such a complex robot like this? Are you an alien? Or from the future, maybe? Or some sort of god? And this form, refined yet playful, such an unconventional design. It's obvious your sense of style is immaculate. Oh, wonderful! So wonderful! I will never forget this day. I thank the creator that I was able to meet a genius that will go down in history.
See, kids love it.
Looks like the lock has opened.
Looks like it.
So, about Mizuki.
She's just a classmate. We're not friends or anything. I don't talk to her much.
Do you wish you could talk to her more?
No. Of course not.
Even though she's cute?
That Ugo? She's not cute at all.
Damn.
His temperature is rising. That was clearly a lie.
Damn.
Yeah, I can tell.
So what are you making?
One of the parts for Robata, the robot running around. I want to upgrade it. I'm trying to make it so it can carry my weight.
That's crazy. About your dad.
Yeah. Andy's Komeiji is my dad. Sorry, I don't really want to talk about him.
Why not?
Well, because
Because he sucks.
why does it matter?
Now, I think it's about time we get back to why I'm here.
I solved it.
Hmm?
The BATS 490 code. I solved it.
How?
I have to go soon, so I'll tell you the short version.
That's fine. Please just tell me. The video's hidden message pointed to a certain location, right?
Yeah.
And where is that?
Tell me, you little shit!
Horodori Lab. The Horodori Institute of Genetics.
I heard about it last night on the news. Truly unprecedented. What a mysterious case. I am Chikara Horodori, the director of this research institute.
He hasn't retired yet. His 60th birthday was last year.
My brain just went clone. Like big clone. Like the people aren't even dead level of clone. robot arm.
Looks like a grotesque monster might be trapped inside.
I actually like grotesque things.
Yeah.
Like dicks! Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. It's about Jin.
I know of him, but I haven't met him in person. I've only read some articles about him online. He's the CEO of a music distribution company. I'm the director of a genetics research institute. We have nothing in common.
So about this institute.
We mainly conduct research on gene therapy through genome editing here. Are you familiar with genome editing?
I'm a little, actually.
Nucleases.
Oh, here we go!
An enzyme known as CRISPR-Cas9 is
We're gonna talk about CRISPR!
Genome editing is a technique that uses this enzyme to splice, replace, and bind any base sequence of DNA.
Nope.
In other words, it's technology that rewrites DNA.
Indeed. Last year, we developed a revolutionary genome editing method we call Purge. With this, genetic diseases that were previously too difficult to treat, for example, severe congenital heart diseases, are now curable.
Well, that's
but
nice.
That's not all. In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable.
Well, that's good. Immortality?
Oh, but I don't mean your body will be invincible. Death can still occur via trauma,
yeah, you'll just live
poison,
forever.
viral infections, this sort of thing. However, it can make death due to old age a thing of the past.
Can Purge really do that?
Indeed. The body's deterioration due to aging can be prevented by rewriting all of its DNA.
I don't think that's
maintaining
true.
A permanent state of youth. However, this has not yet been proven.
I don't think that's a real
Still
thing.
in its experimental stage. But it won't be long until our hypothesis is substantiated. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
Arc V in the chat being big smart, asking, what about the Hayflick limit? To which he says, shut up. Shut the fuck up, get out of my fucking office.
What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
The what? If I remember correctly, it's basically that your cells have a certain permanent number of divisions possible. Yeah, I do remember it! Yes! I paid attention in school. Hey guys, I'm gonna take a pee. All this talk about Hayflick limit, I'm afraid my cells are gonna divide while I'm peeing. Excuse me.
Let's go.
I'm back. Hey guys, am I cutting off the top of my head in the camera? No. Shit, no. Get out of here. I'm too short? Oh. So what were you doing 6 a.m. in the night?
Jin's estimated time of death.
I was sleeping in my bed at home. They say seniors are early to rise, but that's not true at all in my case. Perhaps that means I'm still young.
Is there anyone who could back your story?
No.
Tell me I'm a suspect.
I'm just doing
I
my
have
job.
to eliminate suspects.
I've always wanted to say that.
Good for you. Your dream came true.
I live alone now. Unfortunately, there's no one with me at home.
Chikara got divorced 6 years ago.
6
As for children,
years
he has
ago?
one daughter. She's 32 years old. His daughter and ex-wife are currently living in Italy.
In other words, there's no one who can corroborate Chikara's alibi.
That's right.
So tell me about the video.
It was mentioned on the news. But the video itself wasn't broadcasted, so I haven't seen it.
Then you don't know about Bats 490.
What is that?
It's a video that's very similar to the QR video.
I've never heard of it.
I actually came here to ask you about it specifically. There's a hidden code in the video, and I've heard it points to this research institute.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Perhaps someone just made it up.
Perhaps they did. Perhaps they did.
Ryuki, don't you think something is off about Chikara?
Yeah, he's a fucking liar.
You really are dense.
You're dense enough to be the target audience for mobile game ads.
Ryuki, we're under fucking attack! Mobile games can be fun. Most of the time, though, they take you to the page to try and force you to download a different game. It's like advertising fraud. Thermo this man's balls!
His temperature is abnormally high, isn't it?
Maybe he has the flu.
Don't make me pluck out your eyebrows from the inside.
Do you think he's upset about something?
I do.
Probably. Ryuki, let's find out if he's hiding something.
Wink sync. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Wait. What? I can just... Oh, I only have 6 seconds!
This guy.
Wing sync is a simplified version of syncing, but you're still taking a look inside their dreams.
This is great!
Dreams are made from memories, so there shouldn't be anything in there that he doesn't know about.
You're saying...
Chikara knows about Bats 490. He was lying to us earlier.
Let's beat him! Let's beat his
Mr.
ass!
Chikara, can you accompany me to the station?
WinSync is a simpler version of syncing. From the eyeball, me, a strong magnetic wave this is complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit. There's nothing about it that is real. Every part of it is nonsense. It is not real. Don't... Wow, it is long!
What? Why?
I'd like to speak to you in more detail. You do have the right to decline, of course.
Very well. I'll go with you.
That's stupid. Don't go with the cops. Ask for a lawyer. Ask them for their warrant. Shoot them with your gun. Then run away. So about Chikara.
I gave Chikara the usual medicine to put him to sleep.
Are you sure that's okay?
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe there are legality issues.
Oh, don't worry about that. The higher-ups will take care of it for me.
Damn, bitch. Any progress?
There hasn't been any progress yet. The people over at HQ are totally incompetent. They must have had stuff with fermented beans or something.
Where's Dante, anyway?
Who knows? He went off somewhere right after you left.
He's probably playing the nipple guessing game at some cabaret club in Nakama Girl right about now.
I don't think
on
so.
Vacation, so I'm sure
I think he's involved in the case. I think he's...
No, he's taking a load off, alright.
Hey. The nipple game is a game in which a man asks a woman to guess where their nipple is while their shirt is on. Even if it's a guy asking a girl to do it, it's kind of problematic. That what? Where their nipple? That what? That is a weird... That's weird. That's weird. Why are you here?
Why do you ask? I'm the engineer of Abyss. Of course I'm always here.
Yeah, but I've been wondering about something. In November of last year...
You were dishonorably discharged for reasons related to the new Cyclops serial killings, weren't you? You leaked internal police information, not to mention you aided a criminal in his escape.
I made some arrangements behind the scenes. Pewter is a crucial part of Abyss. I couldn't
But-
let him lock him up.
But the...
You can do that?
The
Normally,
crime.
no. But in this case...
Boss has dirt on members of the executive, judicial, and legislative branches of the government.
I am truly grateful to you, boss.
No need to thank me. You just need to be a good little workhorse. Oh, and it'd be great if you could introduce me to some good-looking studs while you're at it.
I know about a dozen.
I'm counting on you.
But I don't think
This is kind
the
of
guys
scary.
you would know would be interested in
we'll get used to
Iba.
it.
Boss. Right? Because he'd be like, I know some fuck machines. And she'd be like, cool, do they like me? And he'd be like, no. About your car, anyway.
I got Tama's report. The QR video seems to be the key to solving this case. And she believes Chikara is linked to the Bats 490 video, which has a striking similarity.
He's extremely suspicious. He must be the culprit.
I think it's a bit early for that conclusion.
But he said he didn't know about the video, right? If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
She's right about that.
I still think that's a bit unreasonable.
In any case, shall we get started? Ryuki, you know what to do.
I'm gonna turn this motherfucker's brain into soup.
Sync with him.
Time to soup his fucking brain out. It's weird I have a cursor during these. I feel like there should be a scene where Ryuki's like, has anything really horrible happened with these machines?
You've delved into Somnia many times in the past 6 months. So I'm sure you know without me telling you, but...
I can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. It's alright, I know.
Okay then, let's begin.
I knew it'd be the lab. I literally just saw half a body. That's a cowboy man.
What is this place?
It looks like something made by an older generation of CG technology.
Back when it was still hyped up as groundbreaking, huh?
Is that the Batmobile? What the?
Hey, did you see someone just now?
Looks suspicious.
Why don't we ask that person there about it?
Who?
You must have a lot of questions, like, what happened to your other half?
Not really.
Must be hard to walk. Bench pressing must be tough too.
You really want me to ask about that stuff?
Yeah, do it.
But hey, isn't benching kinda hard?
Hey, why are you talking to a statue?
Damn it, Ryuki. Stop wasting my time. We can only be in Somnium for 6 minutes.
Oh.
Damn it, damn it. This is getting out of hand.
That's Chikara. Tama, follow him.
Oh, shit.
On this side, my genius left brain harnessing my processing power. On this side, my brilliant right brain within which my creativity is boundless. The very layout is for some reason, mimicking my brain, will serve as inspiration for my masterpiece.
What's going on here?
I need to be careful. I can't get too close.
Now, this. Bionic Body's accidental biology. The Bionic Body Creation Program.
Bio what?
BBAB.
The logical center of the left brain and the creative center of the right. By combining them, I can create a superhuman. Whew, wouldn't want that getting out.
Okay, so two things. One, this guy looks really, really guilty right now. Extreme guilty. Like, so obviously he's not actually guilty at all. And two, what he's describing as some kind of newfound super technology already exists. It's called the corpus callosum. It's the part of your brain that links the left and right half. In people who suffer from long-term extreme epileptic seizures due to overstimulation of their brain, you can actually cut the corpus callosum. And then many of them have their seizures significantly improve. However, they become unable to do certain tasks with the left or right side of their body. It's actually really, really interesting. Einstein was generally thought that the reason why his genius was so profound is because when you look at Einstein's brain, he had a significantly larger corpus callosum, which would have allowed him to creatively use the analytical part of his brain more easily than the average person. And that guy was born like 100 years ago.
I hope I never see you again. Goodbye.
No, he ran off.
Chikara in this dream world is just as bonkers as he is in real life.
But is he as crazy as Chikara wrestling?
Yeah, you can tell by the conscious antibody in front of the door.
Conscious antibody?
They're an embodiment of a sync subject's caution. When you try to access information that the sync E is trying to hide, it overstimulates the synapse. That makes the body emit a ton of norepinephrine, which creates a conscious antibody within the Somnium.
Alright, I can believe that.
What does this conscious antibody do?
You see how it says instant death on his crotch there?
I do.
If I touch him, a massive delay spike will occur in the sync information transfer system.
Which means...
Touch him and our available time in Somnium drops like crazy.
Got it. But how do we get into the room without getting past our do not touch power stance man friend here?
Well, we just need to get rid of the conscious antibody somehow.
What if we use that device that Chikara was using to move instant death power stance man?
I mean, that's a good
I'm
start.
Sorry, instant death power stance man?
Yeah,
he's got a power stance.
Appropriate name for him.
Anyway, let's check the device first. Looks like the power is out.
Let's start by activating the device.
Yeah, let's go.
Somnium scan, activate.
Got it. Yeah, right. Okay, right, excellent. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay, good.
The lock on that door is open. Past that is a stone statue with no power.
Power? On a stone statue?
This is Chikara's Somnium. You don't have to think about the logic. Anyway, that door. Let's head past it to the stone statue.
Use the, join the, and create up. Alright. Map it up. Stone statue with no power, huh? Well, let's give it a shot.
This door is open.
Is this even a door? It's so thin.
That's just how it is in this world. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Oh, it moves sideways.
We're here.
That's the stone statue without power. Let's get closer and check it.
Use the machine in the center, join the two stone statues, and create a superhuman. Now I got 10 eyeballs. Damn it, you got a license for all that? God.
Off and on. Is this the switch for the statue?
How do we turn this on?
Why don't you feel around that area?
What area?
Whatever feels right, Tama.
Hey, it worked!
The robot arm control PC has been activated.
Huh, this Somnium only has a single path.
It's on. You're amazing, Tama.
It says, not available, stone statue activated. Wait, so is it on or off?
Maybe you need to flip the switches for all the statues.
Right. According to the Somnium scan, there are multiple statues. But let's head back to the device first.
How did you know there was a switch there?
She did not.
How did you know?
Let's go back to the device.
Oh, wait. Can't we go to the other small room from this room?
How would you do that? It's too high. I can't jump that.
She can't. Human your powers. You can jump high if you wanted to, I guess.
All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
That did not work.
We need to think of a way to go up.
Maybe we can do something with the device in the center.
Mayhaps.
We can go through here. Let's go.
I'm losing a bunch. I've already used up 40. Fuck. God damn.
BBAB activating.
Right.
In this experiment, you can combine two different brains with different functions to create a new human life form. Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
We just need to choose the left and right brain and combine them like Chikara did.
What can we choose from?
Left, Maasai warrior, fisherman, and A. Right side was astronaut and archaeologist. We can combine different brain functions of the left and right brains and create a new human with characteristics from both.
It seemed like Chikara used that to gain some kind of power earlier. So creating a new human means gaining some kind of superhuman ability.
And you select that power on this?
Oh, I remember seeing another room next to the small room we were in earlier.
Yeah, it was too high, so I couldn't reach.
Maybe we have to give you a power that'll help you get up there.
Worth a shot.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
The room was high and far. By combining two brain functions that'll allow us to move
like
that
a warrior
distance.
and an astronaut?
What do you choose, Ryuki?
Please select right brain function. Left, Maasai warrior. Right, astronaut selected. Starting experiment. What's going on? Experiment successful.
just like I expected.
Combined, a Maasai warrior's leg strength and the atmosphere-piercing power of an astronaut to gain superhuman leg strength.
Knew it.
Tama, you okay?
I have goosebumps.
It said you gained superhuman leg strength.
Maybe we can get to that other room using that power.
Yep.
That might be it.
Man, I'm like a
Let's
genius.
give it a shot.
I'm so smart,
You
guys.
have 5 minutes left.
This door isn't locked.
Okay, let's go.
You're all jealous of what a big genius I am. Every single one of you.
All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
Wow.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, the genetic ecstasy!
What are we even watching right now?
Oh.
By stimulating the DNA correlating to high leg strength through imagination, it caused a slight transformation in the base sequence. This small change has allowed for surpassing the limit of telomeres. We can do anything in this simulation world. There are no limits. What a wonderful world.
I guess things worked out.
So every time we do something right, we have to watch this creepy old dude ascend into the sky?
Yeah.
You want to join?
Hell no.
Hey. Okay. Well, that's a race car man.
A stone statue without power.
Activate it.
It's a race car man.
This stone statue is a racer.
If they mean an autosport driver, those guys are incredibly skilled. They have to make split-second decisions.
That skill might be beneficial in other areas than driving too.
Not to mention, there is a car right there.
I see. Using the driving skill.
But look, that says trap. Driving skill alone might not be enough.
Maybe we can combine it with a brain function that's good at avoiding traps.
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
I do.
Let's head back to the central room.
Super reaction by the person trapped by 7th sense. They traverse and experience it.
This door is open. Let's go find...
We're here.
Looks like we can open it from this side now.
Lit. Wait, what is that? View monitor.
Current ability is left. Maasai warrior.
Oh,
4 minutes
right.
now.
Shut up, boss.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
The car from earlier. And what's
Fisherman.
What do you think fits best?
Fisherman. Oh no. Racers first.
Please select right brain function.
Oh, an archaeologist, of course.
Left. Racer. Right. Archaeologist selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a racer's driving skill and an archaeologist's knack for dodging traps. To gain movie protagonist superhuman driving skills.
Lit.
Cool. This is time for love, Dr. Jones.
That should help us dodge any traps.
That's so antiquated. Nowadays, sports cars go up against nuclear submarines.
What?
Oh well, this is Shikara's preference. Now let's go back to the room with the car.
Think we can get there from the passage we came from?
Yeah, that should lead you there directly.
Oh, wrong door. Oh!
Is this?
It was an eyeball.
We can go through.
Oh, family? Oh, I see. Drive fast, go!
I'll avoid any traps with elegance and grace.
What?
Oh, look at this fake-ass gameplay!
That's the trap? I could have done this on my own.
Tama, behind you!
Look how fake this is!
Wait, no! I can't do this!
No, you can do it!
Hey, Tama! The road!
What about the road?
There is no road!
Oh no!
Step on it!
On what?
The gas!
Punch it!
The gas! Okay!
Hey, it worked! God damn it!
Experiment worked!
God damn it!
Captain Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, epigenetic ecstasy! The corpus callosum is here represented by a treacherous ancient ruin. A theory that links this complex and bizarre passage is now complete. But this should be theoretically impossible. No, there is no impossible in this world.
Told you.
No, this is not good. Not good indeed.
Kara! Ew!
Why don't you think of it as some kind of reward cutscene?
The fact that I have to force myself to think that already makes it not a reward.
Alright. What's up with you, bro?
Let's turn it on.
Got it.
This is a magic man? Or a card man? Gambler. Ah, I see.
This stone statue is a gambler.
I guess that means they have guts.
So this gambler is known for winning bets when the chips are down.
That must mean they can win the big ones without flinching.
Now, let's head back to the central room.
Don't look for it. You can be any person.
We can go through here. Let's go.
You have 3 minutes left, Ryuki. Focus.
I'm fucking focusing, bitch! Oh, what the fuck, dude?
It's me, Chikara.
What the hell?
This is no good. No good. No good at all. Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
Let's test this.
Oh.
Chikara's right brain reselection.
Oh, shit.
What's happening?
The room flew away.
The experiment worked! Chikara Horadori has done it again! The epigenetic ecstasy!
Hey, every time he does that pose, do you guys feel like he's casting bio or miasma or broil? Because that's what it feels like to me.
This right brain reselection is a function that blows away my past. The past I don't want anyone to see. My right brain can be shuffled back into the deck. Goodbye, forbidden memory.
What are we gonna do?
When we drove through the passageway, Chikara said, theoretically impossible and not good. So maybe we did something he wasn't expecting. If we use the device to combine two different brain functions, we might be able to find a way.
If we can prevent Chikara from using his right brain reselection thing, we might be able to make it to the room.
He said something about a memory he doesn't want to be seen.
I don't even want to talk to you people that don't understand that I'm standing in a double helix. If you don't understand that, you need to shut up.
Yeah, but how will we stop Chikara?
Did I say fucking
There was
double
something
helix?
hidden
I
in the
meant
room
yin
we were in
yang.
earlier.
Fucking kill me.
If only we could pull it back somehow.
We need a big idea here.
Beginning experiment.
Just
Please
kill me
select
now.
left brain function.
Fuck, I'm so stupid. Fisherman!
Please select right brain function.
Gambler!
Left, fisherman. Right, gambler selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined, a tuna fisherman's pulling skill and a gambler's ability to make the right choice.
Hell yeah!
To obtain superhuman luck.
Luck. Is this gonna do anything?
Luck is
Well,
powerful.
Try it. Let's fish back the room that flew away. How's it going?
I think I got something.
That must be it. Reel it in.
God damn it.
Experiment worked! Happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! The epigenetic ecstasy. Good.
Shut up.
The memory I want to leave behind has already been shuffled. This memory's no good either. I thought I deleted it. No. If you succeed with the Eternal Youth experiment, my memory will be discovered. Goodbye.
Yeah, he's casting broil!
Goodbye.
He's casting
Chikara's memory was replaced
expedience!
with something else.
But it got replaced with another memory he didn't want seen. It might be worth looking into.
Chikara said that if the Eternal Youth experiment is successful, his memory will be discovered.
So if we complete the research on that device...
We might be able to defeat Instant Death Power Stance Man over there and get into the room he's guarding.
Aha.
That stone statue is a little different.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Ooh, getting there.
That stone statue has...
Chikara's face hastily slapped on.
Chikara said that using Purge, he can create an ageless and undying body.
But if we use the stone statue...
Turn it on.
Oh no.
Yeah,
What's
do
the
it.
problem?
Seeing this face... Are you sure about turning it on?
Turn it
I've
off.
invested too much already. There's no other way.
Fine, okay.
So, I think one of the absolute most degenerate things I've seen in this game yet is that in the first game there were a lot of aliasing issues with the characters. so I didn't think anything of it. But they're so confident that you're gonna be staring at Tama's tits that she actually has a goddamn mole on the right one.
Oh, you didn't want to touch the crotch because of Chikara's face, huh?
My theory is almost complete. The creator of a man who is...
It would be nice to create eternal youth and life.
And something that will let us get rid of instant death power stance man over there.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
Nothing.
Please select right brain function.
Chikara.
Left, NA. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Error.
It's an error.
I guess NA isn't a job.
I wonder what it's for.
Huh.
The person who's most obsessed with eternal youth and life is...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant death power stance man.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, Maasai warrior. Right, Chikara selected. Starting experiment. Experiment successful.
There we go.
Combined, a Maasai warrior's battle skill and Chikara's genetic engineering knowledge. To create an undying and unaging warrior.
Funny that the machine is on a first-name basis with Chikara.
Now we can finally beat up instant death power stance man.
All right, let's go.
You only have 2 minutes. Hurry, Ryuki.
Punch his dick.
Go, Tama.
Let's go!
Damn!
Now!
Yep, that'll do it.
The experiment worked. Oh, happy, happy, happy. Why should humans die? What a waste it is to perish. The research results are splendid.
But
now is not the time. Not now. Not now.
If Chikara gets in our way again, no amount of time is enough time. Let's go.
he's looking so guilty. I can't even imagine how he could not be. Whoa.
This stone statue is Chikara's memory that he doesn't want to be seen.
Turn it on.
Rub his dick.
A 9 stone statue.
9. 9 in Roman numerals.
Do you know where the things that do this are?
The tongs?
Yes. Where are they?
I think they're still in the dishes. Do you need me to wash it? Can you not find it? Okay. No, oh, 9. Oh.
What is the significance of 9?
Shut up!
Maybe he has 9 mistresses.
Or maybe he's being sued by 9 people.
This stone statue. Maybe we use a brain function again.
Should we go back to the central device?
Let's do it.
All right.
We can go through here. Let's go.
Almost there.
Did you decide what 2 brain functions you will combine?
Yeah. This should do it.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function. Please select right brain function. Left, NA. Right, 9 selected. Starting experiment.
This again?
Did it.
What? Why?
Nice, it lost! Shut up!
Experiment successful.
Whoa! No!
Nice at loss.
NA and 9.
How?
Nice.
Parallel worlds exist!
I know. That's 490.
Wait,
Welcome.
what?
I'm the president of the Japanese Knives Laws branch, Tokiko Shigure.
I apologize for visiting so late at night. I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Mr. Ryuki, is it? Mamoru, my secretary, has already informed me. I hear you've come to ask about Jin Furue's murder.
Why are we hanging out in fucking the florist's office? Yeah, how, okay. Hey, do I know you? Say something funny.
Something funny. There, I said it.
Good job.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
You're Tokiko's secretary.
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage. Slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up
Good
here
for you,
thanks to
man.
an acquaintance introducing me.
About knives.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
Oh, I can only wing sync with one person? Oh no. Oh no. How many legs do you like? 2?
It was a heat of the moment thing, but I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag, but... what am I going to do now? I've got 10 children to think about. What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do
10
it.
children? Damn,
I'll do
bro.
anything, as long as it's not illegal.
Your dick is powerful. How do I load? Wrap it up, dude. Fuck that.
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
Whoa.
What is going on here?
Maybe she's not thinking about anything at all.
Her mind is completely blank?
Maybe she reached a state of selflessness.
That's pretty cool. What's with this thing?
That's the nonupal X, the symbol of Nyes.
Nonupal means consisting of 9.
I know.
You know how there's single, double, triple? Nonupal is the 9th.
I know.
So nonupal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nyes is derived from 9-exed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nyes means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Alright. What were you doing 6 a.m. on the 9th?
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
So how'd you end up here?
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, Nyes is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building,
This-
it wasn't
this-
easy. The guards, the
This is
security
throwing
gates.
me so
If I
bad.
hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
It's about nice.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of Nyes, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came
Yeah,
from
I heard
space.
that.
But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. Nyes is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch.
What's an ideological society? That sounds like a cult.
This is a common misconception, but Nyes is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain
Yeah, it's a cult.
understanding
It's
of the
fucking cult.
universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you
Oh
heard of it?
my
That the
god.
world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with
I mean,
specific
I
rules
know
by a
that you're
program.
right about
And
that
if it is
because
made
you're
by
a video
program,
game.
There must by
But,
necessity
you
be
know.
imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hag has completely lost it.
Damn, bitch. How are you gonna tear at the seams of the world?
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Can you show me that again? Interesting. About bats.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game. But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within.
Really?
We've been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it.
Oh!
The purpose was to recruit them into Nyes.
Well...
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to Nyes. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
I don't believe you. About Chikara.
Do you mean the man from Horadori Institute of Genetics?
Yes.
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
No,
he was
not
just released
exactly.
earlier.
It's
We didn't have enough
complicated.
evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
Tell me what you think of the guy.
Chikara is a former member of Nyes.
Really?
Though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from Nyes. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that Nyes created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from Nyes. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a
Ask
question?
away.
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
Frey.
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
Frey to free. I guess I am.
Hey, Yuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
Then please tell me the nil number. If you truly are a Freyer, you should know it.
Darn!
So, you don't know. In other words, you lied.
No good. She saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I faked my way through it.
Well, there is
What
a
is a nil
split.
What is a Freyer? Frey. Frey. Right! I remember now!
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight. but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said.
Doing the
The
tears.
ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
Sure.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Sure.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia?
Oh my god! Do you have to bring this up every time?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with little credibility.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened.
So I'm just realizing that the reason why the ship at the beginning of Xenogears is the Eldridge is because its teleportation shenanigans are actually a reference to the Philadelphia experiment.
Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
Parallel worlds exist! God damn it!
Impossible.
To the park! Oh, they've cleaned it up. Looks nice now. Wow, that's evil as shit! Is that a monument?
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
No.
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't
I
we find out
can
for
deny
ourselves?
that.
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it.
Okay.
Wait, she's even got a riding crop? Are you serious? Are you serious? I know about quantum entanglement, but quantum entanglement isn't gonna work on a fucking macro level, okay?
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio De Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Interesting. Oh! I actually get to play as me.
Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
Corpse.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
Three things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably
Yeah,
a
that
fire
would
starter.
burn.
It would
Yeah.
ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there.
Right.
By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside
But the
body.
fuse extends outside the body.
Finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum.
That's a bomb.
This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Somebody watched Breaking Bad, by the way.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
No!
It won't come
It
out.
has to be a dick!
Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
What do we got over here? A bunch of extra dummies, huh? Alright. Electric kettle.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
Got it. Wow, these sequence is cool. This is sequence. Monitor.
The questions for the quiz also show up here too. Huh.
Pat, is your webcam audio delayed, I think? Maybe it's on my end. I would restart your bullshit.
Dinner's ready.
Oh, cool.
But it can be reheated, so you
Okay.
can just take your time.
Can I just eat the dinner?
I mean, yeah.
Is that okay?
Well, it's noodle and I
Guys, do you want me to slurp the noodle?
Well, I don't want it to be a problem. Like, it can wait if you want.
Let's find out. They say yes. They want to pretend that it's a dick. Hey, Paige. Thank you. I appreciate it. Why are you? Why? I gave my wife a kiss for noodle. She make noodle. Camera. 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 Aha! The fuse was attached to the light switch.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time this corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Uh-huh. Hey, somebody said I could buy a costume? How I buy costume?
No. I will wear any...
Well, title. I have to go to the title screen? Okay, well I'll do that in between bullshit. What kind of Tsukomi do I like? Metaphorical? Oh! It's a Mizuki-E.
It's a signboard.
Yeah.
It is a signboard. Let's check out this shit. I can't for some stupid reason. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Thank you for noodle, darling. I'm gonna eat a piece of this noodle. I'm gonna eat it. That, you know what? I'm gonna wait. That seems really, really hot. That seems like stupid ass hot.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
Huh. I'm missing something. Something is being missed.
What's this? Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable.
Yeah.
They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
That means the body was probably in the roof before it got dropped.
That way. Over by that red lamp. What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
I see.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here.
Hey, this is great.
Using the clues we've gathered so
Is there any more?
far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the
Is there any
mystery
more?
of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking
Oh,
about,
I just
right?
don't know how
Yep.
much you made.
Let's get on that now. First thing, about
That's
that
fine.
power outage when the body appeared.
No, it's fine. I'm just
Was it
curious.
really just a
No,
power
I'm just
outage?
curious.
I was wondering about that too. The lights
No,
came back
it's
on
not-
way
no, I
too
just
quickly.
started eating it and I
Plus,
really like
the
it.
power did go out. The stream should have
No,
cut
Paige
out at the
is
same
fine.
time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it. There were bundled CNTs tied to
Right.
the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and
So
onto
when they
the light
dropped the
switch.
body, it would turn the lights off.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right?
Right.
And how did it fall?
The rigor softened.
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis.
So it was up
The
there
body
when
must
we
have been
started.
placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now, for the final question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Right.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory
So,
here, so we
the
need
body
to
must have
something
been
that can
there
be viewed objectively.
way before.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth.
At least a
third
full
rate
day
bit part
before the
actor.
show.
Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Macadamy? Like the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started. Ready? Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Right.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now.
Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well,
It had to be the rafters.
it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The
How the fuck they
CNT
get the
went
body
up
up
the
there?
beams and extended downward onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey,
Oh,
aren't you
I'm
supposed
good,
to be
thank
in
you.
character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon. It needs to be soft and squishy. Like an octopus.
This scene makes no sense.
I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it.
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
Right.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
How to get up there.
Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary.
Hey, Sadie. No.
It all makes sense now.
Not quite.
The corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere, just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign.
Yeah.
All so they could spread that QR video.
So why'd they blow up the corpse?
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon.
That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
So why was the cross-section facing downward?
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke?
Same
Besides,
joke.
it is not useless when it's not erect.
It's pretty
Exactly.
useless.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Oh. Rigor subside, what,
The culprit must
40
have
hours?
wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours.
Right.
The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been
In
found
the future,
yet.
buddy. In
Anyway,
the future.
starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone
That's pretty
who knew about
messed
it,
up,
or at
man.
least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Jinpei Wagai.
Zangief, stop that.
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now. At the Maid Cafe Sunfish Pocket.
Of course he is. Quickly, to the maids. We have to look at their cute costumes. It's vital. It's vital for the case.
There he is.
Ah, shit.
Whoa!
Damn!
Oh no. What? Bro!
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane?
Yes.
There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail!
You're going to jail!
That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name.
Terror.
I haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
Hey,
He said,
Zangief, hey, come here. Want to borrow your studio for an hour or so before you start preparing for the stream. Don't let anyone near the studio. That includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. Hey, 5 million. I'll pay you on the night of the 11th.
So me and the staff haven't met this terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna
Zangief, come here. Hey, come here. Come to class 3A! To get your money!
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki.
Sekiba High?
Let's go.
Fuck, it's gonna be Shoma! Shoma's gonna be there! Oh, shit!
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics.
I don't think he's behind it!
Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be.
Zangief, stop that. Stop it. Oh, shit. Zangief, oh my god.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then.
I just want to save the game. Can I save the game, please?
It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
Wait, what? That's not real? That's not a real story. Alright, gang, we're gonna call it there for today. That seems like a perfect place to stop, because holy shit. I knew we'd discover a new body. I knew it. I knew it. Alright, I'm gonna thank Zangi. You excuse me a second. You excuse me. Hooray. Alright, I'm gonna thank some people and then we're gonna go raid somebody. Tomorrow I don't know what I'm playing. I think it's Bioshock. Is it Bioshock? I think we should be able to finish Bioshock. That'd be nice. You know what isn't real? The universe? Shut up, configuration. You don't know that. Hey, King Regals and Asgard subscribed though. I do know that. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Coffee Kaiju sub. Hey Pat, have you heard the Fall Guys new monetization? I love the game, but good God, $5 for a single costume that I used to be able to earn via wins? Fuck that. Yeah, that makes about sense. Yeah, okay. Kuseo sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. Couch Potato Ed Boy sub. Pat, sending Paige an urgent text. Beef chili. Thanks. You're not that far off. Awkward Buffalo sub. New month, same joy watching Pat. Thanks for doing what you do and wishing you and yours the best. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You guys are very kind. H Zealot sub. The pop references in this game are absurd. Yep, 100%. SW Fanatic subbed. I have a fever and the only prescription is more Hemi Whammo. Man, my brain was not good when I said Hemi Whammo all those times. But it is fun to say, Hemi Whammo. Payasita sub, thank you. Tube Man subbed. I don't know some people eye contacts when they could eyeglasses. Most eye insurance doesn't cover such expensive eyewear. Well, that was miserable. Thank you. And Dash Zero sub. Enjoying the stream. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. But first, I'm going to go raid somebody. I hope someone cool is doing something. I'm sure someone is. Let's go raid the mouse. Now, she's a mouse, so she can probably swim, unlike those rats. Unlike those rats. Alright. You guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for what I think is Bioshock, but I'm not sure. Whatever, check the schedule. Have a good night. Be safe.